This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and we got J Hood in the building.
Yes, sir.
And you got that new album out.
Yes, entitled Self, man. Go pick that up. It's available on all digital streaming platforms. Make sure you support the kid. And I also got the new vlog series popping off right now. It's called Tales from the Hood. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the content.
I'll link his YouTube below.
Yes, sir.
So Remy Ma recently went on Drink Champs. And the part that, Remy Ma's got a lot of history in the game. We know that, with pun and everything, obviously worthy of Drink Champs and everything,
Mm-hmm.
But she tried to rewrite history on the Nicki thing a little bit. She was like, that Nicki thing really threw me for a loop. Because when Nicki came home, we had an agreement that we're not going to let them pin us against each other and everything. And, I remember it. When she came home, she was on Hot 97, and she was talking about that Nicki welcomed her home, but it wasn't it wasn't anything like that. And I assume that Nicki might do a song with her because they were cool before she went to jail, right? A little something.
Yeah, I guess.
Cordial respect for each other,
Right.
But I think Remy felt like she missed her chance. I think she did too. She missed a whole era where you could do things independently, without a label.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that bothered her. And it took her a minute to get a song. Fat Joe helped her out tremendously with putting them under her wing. They did a whole album together, and they did it all the way up, and brought her back to life.
Right.
How did she pay Fat Joe back? She instead of going and signing and making her own label or signing with Joe or just teaming up with Joe and going the independent route, she felt like she needed a major deal and went to Capitol. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. Definitely.
And amongst all that, when she did the song All the Way Up, she got her ego back up, and she felt like it was time to start coming for the queen, coming for her slot, right?
Right.
And she started teasing diss records. And I remember the first one was a song with Fresher called Wait a Minute, and I could read the lyrics.
That was when she threw a couple jabs on that, right?
She threw a couple jabs at the end. She said her ghostwriter's about to call her, lifeline getting shorter, R.I.P. Biggie Smalls. Why the F didn't they warn her? Now she's talking about the warning video. That was one of the bigger videos that got Nicki signed with Lil Wayne from the Come Up DVD.
Okay.
And then she was like, remember she did that Funk Flex freestyle? She was like, my son, Nicki's known for doing sons. That's my son.
Right.
The girl's my son. And she was like, my sons, her sons, their sons. She was taking little jabs.
Yeah.
She was fishing. And then eventually Nicki took the bait, dissed her on I don't remember what there was was it a Jaheim song? It wasn't a Jaheim song. What's the other guy's name that writes a lot of records with Berg? Starts with a J. He's still very popular. R&B singer.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, she did a song with Jeremiah. Then she said something on there, and then she said something on this Gucci song, and then Remy dropped Sheath her right after that. And it was what it was. Did Nicki ever respond to Sheether?
Not that I can remember. Because I think it was over at that point.
It just was what it was, right?
Right.
And then I heard another song or two from Nicki after that. From Remy after that. One was with Lil' Kim, Nicki's longtime arch nemesis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she eventually got dropped from Capitol. And I haven't heard her drop anything since. Now,
I was gonna say nothing much came from that Capitol situation.
It was a bad move. I think she should have stayed independent. I think Fat Joe kind of figured things out a little something around that time. And if things were working on that tip independently with Ghazi and everything, right? Because I think they were signed with Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Why not stay? I mean, Fat Joe knew who to pay and everything to get billboards and everything. I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's one thing about Joe. Joe gonna stay with a hit. Anytime that he comes out, he makes sure he has
He's doing something to stay relevant, right?
Right. He definitely does.
I'll give him that. I mean, even some of the stuff is he knows how to stay relevant.
He stayed with a hit in a stash, man.
He does. He's definitely has a good ear.
Right.
Even if you don't like his whole album, he'll have one song that'll be, kind of be dope.
You can't deny.
And he can rap. He's not the best rapper in the world, but he can rap. No? What?
Hey.
Nah? Break it down.
Yeah, stop it, man. Crap. Hey, what's
We have our rap lyricist breakdown.
Man, Crack stay with a joint, man. You know what I mean? I'm giving him his props, man. You know what I'm saying?
No. So you're saying he just knows how to make a record?
He definitely does. You can't take that.
That's an art in itself. A lot of people. So you got some people that can really rap and battle rap, but they can't make a record. So there's two different art forms.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll hear you on that. So what do you think about this? What do you think about Remy Ma trying to rewrite history like that? Nicki responded and she said, "We never had this conversation on the phone. I don't know what she's talking about." Like,
yeah, I seen her. She commented under a post, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's probably something that she probably just should have left alone, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
I respect her answering the question, but should have just said, "Hey, I didn't like she was doing at the time, so I said something, and I had some things to get off my chest. I felt like that's my spot."
Right.
Just that I would have respected that more than I don't know where that came from.
Right.
It's like, come on.
I would have just liked the question and spoke about something more important. You know what I'm saying?
I'm more interested in the pun stuff and like how her and Fat Joe had their problems and they got back together. Like that's more interesting to me than that other stuff.
Right, because it's not going to lead to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nicki's not gonna, re-spark their little thing that they had going on. Not saying that that's why Remy initially spoke on that, but just being honest, like I don't see, Nicki.
Yeah.
Taking.
I wasn't surprised by that because, back in the day, she went against Fat Joe for no reason.
Remy?
Mm-hmm. Before she went to jail. She was going at him hard, too.
Do I remember that?
Remember they were going at each other on the radio? Like, oh, yeah, he ain't paying me, and they dropped my record, and they didn't print enough copy. Remember? She was going at Fat Joe hard.
You're definitely right.
Because her record flopped. It didn't do well.
So you're saying she was placing the blame on Joe?
And like Joe took her under his wing, after Pun passed, so.
Yeah, like you said, I'm not gonna say he kind of, I'm not gonna say he resurrected her, but like you said, he definitely took her under the wing. And
continued the legacy, that he felt like she was a star. Pun found a star, and she's good.
About when she came back, like for the, what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And then they again made amends while she was in jail, and he put her on again.
Right.
Lean Back Part 2.
Yeah, man. He says that's his sister, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I like their friendship.
Yeah.
And I like Papoose and Remy together. They're doing, they're made for each other, man.
Right, he gonna have her back, do everything. He probably gives her the confidence, whenever she's lacking, and tells her all the words of encouragement and shit like that.
Yeah, they're on a positive note. They're good for each other.
Right.
So make sure you guys go subscribe. Get in the comments, comment on this. Make sure you subscribe to J Hood's YouTube channel below.
That, man, stop playing. Subscribe to my joint, man. Tales from the Hood podcast. I'm trying to tell you. Excuse me, it's not a podcast. Pardon me. It's a vlog series.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all subscribe to my vlog series, because trust me when I tell you, man, I got some stories that have never been heard before. And you're gonna want to tune in, man, because they're about to get really, really interesting.
And he's painting and cooking and everything on there too, and doing his music.
Yeah, I think it's a joke. Like I really do this, so don't sleep.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, we'll check you on the next one. Make sure you go below and subscribe to J Hood. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button, all that good stuff.
Smash that.
And then also get his. You have that album out. Tell me your album.
And titled Self is out on all digital streaming platforms. Make sure you pick that up. And Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, don't matter where you get it from. Just make sure you get your hands on it. You hear me?
Absolutely.